Guys, what's up? I'm back for another album review, and as you know, this has probably been one of my most anticipated albums of the year, and that is Circa Survive's 5th studio album, Descensus. As you guys know, Circa Survive is one of my favorite bands. They're my 3rd favorite band, and I love their music. The first track they released, which also they came out with a music video for, which is kind of their single for this album, is Schema. And I got to hear them play this song live. I believe they played it live for the first time. I think that's what Anthony Green said, because the Boston date was the first fall tour, first show of the fall tour, where I just recently saw them on. Second time seeing them. They're amazing, by the way. This song really kicks off the album well. It has intense drums, and then Anthony Green goes right in and attacks the song with his howling vocals. And the undertone grooves of the bass and the guitar pedal effects really create this cool vibe for this track. And midway through, it starts to get more chaotic in a good way. And I think this track will be more promising to fans, because a lot of fans, which I don't understand why, because I love the album, were kind of disappointed in Violent Waves because it didn't have more of the upbeat stuff that they were looking for. But I think that album had a good mix of it all. But on this track, if you're looking for a more hard-hitting Circa song, this is definitely one to listen to, because it starts off the album right. The track is Child of the Desert, which also I got to hear them play this song live. They never really said this was the title of the song, but they did say it was new. And this song has a very solid drum pattern in it, and it starts off with strong bass as well that goes with the drum pattern. And you hear some mild guitar striking through, but most of the song focuses on the drums and the bass and Anthony's piercing vocals. It also has this unexpected instrumental breakdown at the end that really makes this track stick out compared to the rest. Always Begin is another really good track on this album. It's very even paced. It has cool guitar effects and tones that make this song become more dimensional. For someone that's new to Circa and wants to appreciate Anthony Green's voice more, or have a song that kind of makes them like his voice more, I guess this would be a song to listen to. Definitely check out if you're new to Circa Survive and you want to listen to something off of their new material. This would definitely be a good song to listen to. Who Will Lie With Me Now is a short little abstract instrumental, and it leads right into the next track, Only the Sun. Also got to hear this live as well, which was pretty cool. The song definitely shows a more creepy, psychedelic vibe. It has really interesting guitar line in it that gives off this unique kind of creepiness from Circa. It's just something you would not expect, but it just sounds really cool. And I really like this take on this psychedelicness that they were trying to get at here. It was almost like psychedelic alternative rock. Nesting Dolls is a soft, relaxed track that kind of brings you at ease. Anthony's voice overlaps itself and shows his capability of how soft he can sing and not just be always raspy and loud. It starts to fade a little bit for 2 good minutes. I didn't really like that part of the song when it started fading off towards the end, because I felt like it was just being a little bit too lengthy for me. But overall, it's still a really good song. Tie It Down is the next track, and I really liked the lyrics to this song. Anthony's voice shows more range here, going from soft and then getting higher as the song goes on, and it's a bit more raspy when he gets to those higher parts. Also, you hear this guitar solo come in with some cool pedal effects again, and I think this will shock fans but also make them happy at the same time, because it fits really well into this track. Phantom is the next track, and this was absolutely one of my favorites. It really fits the title well on what it is. It gives me this chill of how minimal everything is in the song, and the guitar creeps in more during certain parts, which give it really cool undertones to the rest of the song. It's almost like a Death Cab song where it's really good driving music, or a really good driving song that kind of makes you think a lot and is introspective. Sovereign Circles is another one of my favorites off of this album. It kind of reminds me of old Circa, and I feel like a lot of old Circa fans would appreciate this song. Anthony's vocals kind of almost bring you back a little bit to like Juncherna days, and even a little bit of On Letting Go here. and the build up to the loud chorus makes this similar to the older stuff as well, with a little bit of experimentation with the guitar lines at some points of the song. And the drums on this I found were really solid, and I've noticed throughout this album the drummer really does give it his all. I don't know his name, which really sucks because you would think I would know his name off the top of my head, but I don't know his name, but he is amazing at drums. Descensus is the closer for this album, and there's a really unique catchiness about the melody here that I love. The song just flows together really great from the verses to the chorus, transitioning smoothly, especially with the drums here. There's also a peaceful chaoticness about this song, kind of like almost the whole album is to me, is I guess the way to describe it is a peaceful chaoticness, which makes sense why they would title the album this after the song. Towards the middle of the song it gets very dark and heavy, and I again adds these unique elements to the table with the song and even Circa as a whole. I think they definitely experimented a lot more in this album, giving some more psychedelic rock vibes here. They used a lot of effects, I've noticed, more than they usually do with the guitar. They made a bass kind of the center of a lot of the songs and had it be more of the foundation layout of each song. And as usual, this album transitions nicely into the next. It kind of just flows together and feels like one whole album, which is what I really like about Circa Survive's music, is each album I feel like flows together nicely. I feel like they pick the songs in the right spots and they just bring one song towards the end into the beginning of another, and it just feels like one whole piece here. And Anthony Green continues to show that he can still bring it with his voice. He always does these nice serene parts, and then his voice comes out loud and kind of sporadic in a good way. Overall, I really liked this album. I don't think it's one of my favorites, and I can't say that it's better than their previous album, Violent Waves, just because that album I kind of grew to love so much. I think it's one of those things that with time, when I listen to, it might become one of my favorite Circa Survive albums. But right now, my favorites are On Letting Go is #1, and then close second is Violent Wave. But Descensus, they surprised me on this by doing some really cool experimental things. To tackle new things on each record, and they usually excel really well at it. So my score for this is a 10 out of 10. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Subscribe to my other two YouTube channels. I'm going to be putting more content in on those. Also, I have a Twitter, a Tumblr, and an Instagram. You can check me out on those too, because cool kids right here. Subscribe for more album reviews. I'm going to be doing maybe some more covers as well on guitar, possibly sing. I might just do some more like top 10 whatever videos. I want to do a lot more different things on this channel. Give this video a like if you enjoy it. Just wanted to show you guys, I got a second tattoo. I don't know if you guys even noticed that I have had tattoos. I got this like a week ago, and it says, "Earth's just not the place for an angel like you." And it's from Tonight Alive lyric from their song Amelia, and it's really good. Anyways, stay brutal guys, and stay tuned for more videos. See ya later.